The face war of the Backrooms. Yes, you heard it right. Party-goers and party-poopers aren't the only entities decided to go against each other. There were more. And the fun war isn't the only war that happened in the Backrooms. There are more. And the face war is one among those. If you didn't know, now you know. This is my take on the face war. So, like every other war in the history of wars, this one too was messy, bloody, and scary. As you must have guessed by the name, this war happened among two of the entities of the Face family in the Backrooms, two of the famously known deadly entities, the Smilers and the Frowners. Both of them are powerful, unlike the party-goers and the party-poopers, where only party-goers had the ultimate power. And there are a lot of questions to be answered, like how did the war start? Which party was responsible for it? Who won the war? Has any species again went extinct this time? Well, I'll answer all your questions in this video. So let's get into it. As you all know, Smilers are known to be one of the most hostile and very common entity in the Backrooms. They existed long before even humans explored the Backrooms. You can say they're one of the oldest entities inside the Backrooms. And as they're so fond of dark areas, they're seen in most of the levels, which are covered in darkness. They just love to chill there and scare the heck out of innocent wanderers. Yeah, they're very good at that. Their base is known to be the Smiling Room, and the majority of them reside in Level 2 and Level 3. Whereas the Frowners are among not very good, but not very bad either species, meaning they're kind of in between good and bad. They don't roam around with a hunting spree like Smilers do. They only attack if provoked. As long as you avoid provoking or perceiving them as a threat, Frowners are known to approach and greet you. Even they offer to take you to level Frown. Yes, there is a whole dedicated level only for themselves. It's a secret level. They keep it that way in order to avoid any invasion from Smilers. Smilers for sure are a very aggressive species. They don't mind their own business. In fact, they mind everyone's business except their own. And Frowners knew this. On that note, several accounts documented from wanderers indicate that when confronted by Smilers on the way to level Frown, Frowners will become provoked by means of their presence and ward off any Smiler attacks. Frowners and Smilers' rivalry is very old in the Backrooms, and that somehow led to the face war one day. I think Smilers are always looking for a war. They were just searching for a chance to get into level Frown, and they got it finally. The face war started when a Frowner broke ranks and turned a Smiler into a Frowner. Yes, Frowners have the ability to turn Smilers into one of their kind. The rest of the Frowners were not aware of this incident, and they somehow led the Smiler turned Frowner to level Frown. That's it. This exposed their location to Smilers and allowed Smilers to just go pour into the old level Frown. And that was the beginning of the face war. The bystanders of this war state that it was a very ugly war, and that makes sense considering both of these species are extremely hostile. Smilers and Frowners have almost the similar characteristics and power, so it's hard to beat each other in such scenario. However, Frowners still had an upper hand as they can claw out a Smiler and turn it into a Frowner. The transition from a Smiler to be a complete Frowner still takes time, but it was the only way for the Frowners to win the face war. As soon as Frowners started to turn them, Smilers had no other choice left except to leave level frown, and that marked the victory of frowners over smilers in the event of the face war. However, old level frown was no longer viable in means of safety or to set up their base. Hence, frowners had to move out and settle somewhere else. It's called the new level frown, and it's still a secret, of course. Wondering what happened to old level frown? Well, it was acquired by the smilers, of course. So smilers did get what they wanted without even winning the war. That's nice. Anyway, frowners didn't get extinct, at least, like party poopers in the fun war. So one good thing about the face war. But after the war, frowners claw out any smiler they spot anywhere in the backrooms and turn it into a frowner as revenge for almost making them extinct. So this made smilers and frowners to be enemies forever. I think smilers deserve that, because they were the ones who drew the first blood by breaking the smiler-frowner agreement. Otherwise, frowners are, in general, a very friendly entity. Few wanderers have also stated that frowners scare easily. If you make sudden moves in a one-on-one scenario, it will probably run away. If you make sudden moves or noises when surrounded by a small group of frowners, they might kill or wound you. And if you startle a large group of frowners, they will restrain you until you calm down. They're creatures that easily get scared. So if you avoid making these movements, frowners, in which scenario encountered, would remain docile and may approach you calmly. They are, in general, a very friendly entity. Few theories also state that frowners are some mutated and advanced version of smilers, because frowners came into existence after smilers, and they share almost the same powers and characteristics, like they both reside in dark hallways, don't have a physical body, and only have glowing facial features. The only difference, however, is smilers smile and frowners frown. So the possibility of being some kind of advanced version is there. That being said, rattlers could also fall into this category, as they too share similar characteristics. Just that they're like some 10 times deadlier than smilers and frowners, the strongest member in the face family. The Skin War. Yes, it's finally here. And I'm 405, your host. Being in the backrooms for so long, I can now tell you the things which no one knows. And take it from me, the Skin War, it's one of the ugliest wars among all the wars which have ever happened in the backrooms. There was skin everywhere, blood everywhere, and flesh scattered on the floor. I mean, the scene was just horrific to even look at. It gives me chills just remembering it. First, the Fun War, then the Face War, and now the Skin War? I mean, what's happening? Looks like Backrooms is always full of wars. And as far as the Skin War is concerned, there's still a lot of questions to be answered. How did the war happen? Who started it? Which party won? Well, that's why I'm here. So without further ado, let's dive right into the Skin War. As you might have guessed by now, the Skin War happened between the Skin Stealers and the Skin Givers, two of the most deadliest entities of the Backrooms, and they are exactly the polar opposite to each other. While one steals the skin of the innocent wanderers, the other gives it back. However, none of them do it for any good reason, though, because they both are equally dangerous and have infected hundreds of wanderers inside the backrooms by eventually killing them. Skin Stealers are one of the oldest entities of the backrooms, like Smilers, but I'm not sure how old Skin Givers are. Nevertheless, both of them were coexisting since so long. They both were hunting wanderers in their own territory, never bothered the other. While skin stealers are commonly found in the first 4 levels of the Backrooms, skin givers are confined to a very few levels. One among those is level 1, where they were first discovered, when a pile of dead skin was found being eaten by a group of female death moths. So this suggests skin givers are relatively less in number as compared to skin stealers. This has already given the skin stealers an upper hand if a war breaks out, and skin givers were always aware of it. They knew they're less in number, and the chance of them winning a war with skin stealers was always slim. And that's the reason they even allowed the skin stealers to steal their own skin, even being an entity. Anyway, this process was not harming either of the entities, so skin givers were okay with it. However, this didn't seem to help much when a war actually broke out. It was like any normal day for skin stealers and skin givers in the Backrooms. One injured skin stealer spotted a skin giver while it was roaming around in level 1. It approached the skin giver to steal the skin to heal its injury. Somehow that didn't go well. The reason is still unknown, but they ended up fighting each other. Since the skin stealer was already injured, the skin giver managed to win the fight, but in the process it killed the skin stealer. You can say it was an act of self-defense, but who's going to explain that to the horde of skin stealers who are coming after it now? And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The scared skin giver then ran around for its life, but it was slow. Skin givers can't run faster because of their gigantic body, so the skin stealers were able to catch it before it can flee. They pulled and pushed the skin giver with their microscopic bumps until they stole all of its skin. The helpless skin giver eventually died. Now this aggravated the situation, which led more and more skin givers to join the fight, because it's now a life and death situation. On the other side, the skin stealers were also increasing in their number. It was a tough fight though, because the skin givers were very less in number, and skin stealers were way more in number. It was never a fair fight from the beginning. Also, the skin stealers are known for their immense physical strength. They're even capable of ripping apart a skin giver in no time. So, in a scenario like this, skin givers stand no chance to win. The war eventually became more and more ugly. There were ripped skin and flesh everywhere, blood everywhere, and skin givers just kept getting slaughtered. This proves how powerful skin stealers are as an entity. You shouldn't mess with them in any circumstances, be you a wanderer or an entity. By the time skin givers realized this, it was already too late. Half of their population was already slaughtered. They knew they're gonna be extinct now, just like party poopers. But then happened a sudden change in skin stealers. They just stopped killing. It was almost towards the end where only a few skin givers were left to win the war. They spared their life. It was like someone switched off their killing button. The skin war lasted for 2 days in level 1. Nobody understood what just happened. Skin stealers could have easily won the fight by killing all the skin givers, but they didn't. They just left the scene and went back to their levels. It was really a strange behavior considering how hostile skin stealers are. Why would they have a sudden change of heart? This was the talk of the Backrooms for a few days after the war. It was an ugly war after all. There were dead skins and rotten flesh everywhere, lying for days after the war ended. Later, a few female death moths ate it and cleaned it, but everyone were still shocked. Slowly and gradually, the skin war became history too, like the fun war and the face war. So, here's my theory. I suspect maybe the skin stealers spared the lives of those few skin givers for their own good, because at the end of the day, they can make use of them by stealing their skin for healing their own injuries. So why to make them extinct for no reason when they can use them? What do you guys think? The Fun War, one of the most interesting wars in the history of the Backrooms. A war that no one ever thought could take place one day. A war that changed the life of an entire species of the Backrooms. A war that left a scar for eternity inside the hearts of the Party Poopers. Party Poopers, an entity which lived and served the humans inside the Backrooms in every possible ways. These creatures were willing to save human explorers. They used to be friends with their refugees and were very passive. But everything changed for Party Poopers on September 6th and 7th of 2020. Something very bad happened and wiped out the entire population of Party Poopers. The Fun War, an event that took place in Level 52. Level 52 was the home of the Party Poopers. It's the 53rd level of the Backrooms, and it's a 100-mile-high school hallway with classrooms on both sides. Among those classrooms, there was one classroom which was the base of the Party Poopers. You guessed it right, the boredom room. Party Poopers used to live there. They never harmed anyone, not even the party goers who killed them. But I guess that wasn't enough for the party goers. They just somehow wanted a war to take place. Otherwise, there's no reason to attack the Party Poopers that day. But the party goers did it anyway. And this is not a one-day thing for party goers. They'd planned the Fun War long before the execution of it. Party goers are a very dangerous entity. They're manipulative and don't like anyone who says, "I don't want to have a party," or who forgets their birthday. And on the other hand, Party Poopers are peace-loving creatures. They don't have any kind of party, and I guess that's why party goers attack them. Party Poopers refused to celebrate their birthdays and didn't want to attend their parties. And looks like party goers were in no mood to take that peacefully. They're not the kind of creatures who would leave you easily. Hence, they planned to attack them. However, to kill the entire population of Party Poopers was not their initial plan. It just happened. But one thing was for sure, they were going to give a hard time to the Party Poopers. And luckily, party goers have the ability to no-clip into many different levels from Level Fun. They've been observed doing this to chase their prey. But these entrances and exits from Level Fun is only known to the party goers. This kind of ability is not there in the Party Poopers. And that's why party goers had the upper hand in the event of the Fun War. It was a very usual day in Level 52, the day when the Fun War started. Party goers no-clipped to Level 52, and they wanted to have their party. However, Party Poopers refused to be a part of them for very obvious reason. It's their home and not the party goers. So they decided to break the bond with the party goers. That doesn't mean they wanted a war. It simply meant they wanted to be left alone. But little did they know what the party goers are planning. They were just waiting for a head start, so that from outside, it looks like they didn't start the war. There was no choice left for the Party Poopers. They had to take action. They revolt on them to stop their parties. That's it. That's all the party goers were waiting for. They immediately attacked the party poopers. And not only that, they even had the human wanderers ready to help them in their evil plan. However, initially, the humans were not ready to join the war because everyone inside Backrooms are aware that party poopers are one among those very few who are helping the human explorers. And going against them would not be fair. But party goers always find a way to get what they want. They convince the explorers, claiming that explorers who will help them win will get to leave the Backrooms. Now, that's something luring for any wanderer who's been trapped inside the Backrooms for so long. It's an offer you can't refuse. Because of this, many explorers decided to get into level fun for a desire to leave the Backrooms. They were trained by the partygoers inside level fun long before the fun war. And poor party poopers had no idea about any of this. And finally the day comes. That night, the battle's begun. In one side, we had only the party poopers, and on the other side, we had party goers and human explorers. Both the party attacked each other. The only difference is, party goers had come prepared. Party poopers were far from prepared. They never might have thought, even in their wildest dreams, of what's going to happen on September 6th of 2020. So it was pretty clear from the beginning itself who's going to win. During the war, however, party poopers did get some help from the wanderers who were present at that time in level 52. The ones who were saved by the party poopers. They were very few in numbers compared to the party goers. The war continues. Party goers kept killing the party poopers, as many as they can. Party poopers were too weak to defend themselves. So many party poopers lost their lives that night, almost to the point where there were no more party poopers left to be killed. And the following morning, the party goers claimed that they won the fun war. And only one human lost their life on their side during the war. The humans never left the Backrooms, contrary to what was promised by the partygoers. I think that was coming, considering the nature of the partygoers. Come on, partygoers are no friends. Dumb are the humans who supported them. The war also brought few consequences to Level 52. The students, teachers, and the principal of Level 52 started to show signs of PTSD because of the violence they saw during the night of the battles. And that's how the fun war destroyed the lives of the party poopers. It's pretty sad. However, the good news is some sources have confirmed few party poopers managed to flee Level 52 and took shelter in the Promised Land. And not only that, they're even thriving there. Now, that's something I want to believe in. Hope it's true. What do you guys think? Comment below. Fun War Plus. Yes, the most awaited war of the Backrooms is finally here. What's even interesting in this fun war are the entities involved. On one side, we have the malevolent entity Party King. Well, on the opposing side, we have party creators and party goers. Are you curious to find out what could have led to this conflict? Then keep watching. Fun War Plus proves to be even more brutal than the original Fun War in Level 52. The only difference is Fun War Plus involves only the bad entities, unlike the first Fun War, where the good entities paid a price. Thus, I won't mind if any species goes extinct. So, who do you think is going to win this war? Is it Party King, Party Creator, or Party Goers? Let's discover the answers in this video. In the realm of level fun, Party King is the supreme power. exercising dominion over both party creators and party goers through telepathic connections. Hence, it's well aware of everything what happens in Level Fun and Level Fun Plus. So it's quite obvious that it's difficult to defeat such a powerful being alone. Hence, both party goers and party creators came together, pooling their strengths to confront the formidable king of Level Fun as a united force. They wanted to reclaim their control over Level Fun. Given that Party King controls both party goers and party creators, they essentially constitute the army behind Party King's operations, actively involved in tasks such as luring wanderers into this level. And if they choose to rebel, Party King would inevitably encounter significant challenges. And that was the driving force behind Fun War Plus. Both party goers and party creators decided to attack on level Fun Plus 2. Unaware of the danger what's coming in Party King's way, it remained seated upon its golden throne. The event of Fun War Plus took place in level Fun Plus 2. Upon stepping into the resplendent Golden Palace, party goers and party creators realized it wasn't just the Party King. They have to also face the unexpected challenge of party clowns, the vigilant guardians of this extravagant realm. In the murky depths of the Backrooms, where reality itself twisted and turned like a surreal nightmare, two formidable entities found themselves entangled in a silent, yet intense battle for supremacy. The air was thick inside the level, and the palace was shining with a radiant, rich gold, casting a warmth. On one side stood party creators and party goers. On the opposite side stood the Party King, the god of Level Fun Plus, and party clowns. The tension between these two groups of entities had been building for eons, their opposing energies pulsating through the very walls of the Backrooms. The space of the palace, already warped and surreal, became the battleground for a noisy clash. Party goers and party creators attacked the party clowns as they stood before the Party King. Since Level Fun Plus is a magical palace, the walls shifted and morphed, creating disorienting patterns that played tricks on the eyes of party goers and party creators. In the process, the party clowns managed to eliminate many of them. However, given the formidable nature of the party creators, they stood resilient and were able to defeat the party clowns. After all, party clowns were humans once, who no-clipped into Backrooms and turned into an entity. I've already done a video about it. Check it out. So, party creators will obviously stand above party clowns, considering they're one of the hostile entities of Level Fun, who is 10 times bigger than a party goer and can beat hundreds of them at once. And party clowns are humanoid entities, and their height is also equal to a human. As the war unfolded, the entities, locked in an eternal struggle, continued to shape the destiny of this realm. By this time, many party goers were sacrificed already. However, by uniting with party creators, they still stood strong against Party King. As the struggle escalated, the Backrooms themselves seemed to rebel against the intrusion of such powerful entities. The very ground quivered beneath their clash, and the walls groaned as if protesting the disturbance of their silent, forgotten existence. The war was getting more and more intense. Up to this point, Party King remained seated in its throne, observing the lively spectacle of the ongoing, fun-filled conflict unfolding before it. But as party clowns fell in numbers, reduced with each defeat, the Party King finally decided to intervene. And then something unexpected happened, which no one could have imagined. The Party King began to expand, growing in size with each passing moment. And in the blink of an eye, it was about 10 times bigger than the party creators. This came as a surprise to everyone. Until this date of the Fun War, Party King was known to be similar in height of party creators, and now it's about the size of a giant. Party goers and party creators soon realized they've made a huge mistake by initiating Fun War Plus. They forgot it's called the God of Level Fun for a reason, a creature of unparalleled power. Definitely, Party King is much more than what meets the eyes, and we know very little about it. Soon after this, party goers and party creators were countered with an outpouring of ethereal light, creating a dazzling display that seemed to push back the encroaching shadows. A recovered journal describes the clash of their powers created shockwaves that rippled through the backrooms, distorting the very essence of the dimension. This was felt by every wanderer and entities inside the backrooms. The wanderer, drawn by an inexplicable force, found themselves at the heart of the cosmic maelstrom as they felt a surge of power coursing through them. As the battle reached its final stage, a surge of energy emanated from Party King, and the Golden Palace was completely lit. It killed most of the party creators and party goers present in Level Fun Plus, making them realize of the grave mistake they've done. The remaining of them accepted their defeat and surrendered themselves to the Party King. The Fun War Plus was a lesson to the party goers and party creators not to play with the God of Level Fun. The remaining entities returned to their respective levels, and this is how the event of Fun War Plus came to an end. The Frowners, also known as Entity 3A, are friendly entities and can be recognized by their striking, frowning faces, made as a counterpart to the menacing grins of Smilers. Just like Smilers, Frowners can only appear safely in darker regions, such as Backrooms, dark hallways, and on the occasion, regions with color disabled. This means that if you're in a level that operates completely in black and white, Frowners will be able to freely move throughout. Frowners come under Class 2 in Entity Hazard. That means they're not that dangerous creatures. Frowners, unlike Smilers, are indifferent to light. They're not interested in hunting and are entirely self-sustaining. This is different from Smilers, who require sustenance, so they go out and hunt wanderers and occasionally other entities. However, flashing them with a flashlight is still not recommended. They don't like that. Unless provoked, Frowners are passive entities. As long as you avoid provoking or perceiving them as a threat, Frowners are known to approach and greet you, offering to take you to Level Frown, which is their main level of residence, where no innately hostile entities are present. But if you decide to turn down their offer, it's advised you do so in a non-offensive manner. Otherwise, this might make them angry and may result in attack. On that note, several accounts documented from wanderers indicate that when confronted by Smilers on the way to Level Frown, Frowners will become provoked by means of their presence and ward off Smiler attacks, leading to the establishment of a common ground with Frowners. Few also have stated that Frowners scare easily. If you make sudden moves in a one-on-one scenario, it will probably run away. If you make sudden moves or noises when surrounded by a small group of Frowners, they might kill or wound you. And if you startle a large group of Frowners, they will restrain you until you calm down. They're creatures that easily get scared. So if you avoid making these movements, Frowners, in which scenario encountered, would remain docile and may approach you calmly. They are, in general, a very friendly entity. Now coming to the Face War. Level Frown is no longer viable in means of safety, as the level is now overrun with a Smiler infestation after the events of the Face War. Yes, like the partygoers and party poopers, Smilers and Frowners also had a war known as the Face War, where the Frowners and Smilers broke out in an all-out war that led to the old level Frown and level Smiler. The war started when a Frowner broke ranks and turned a Smiler into a Frowner. This exposed the location to level Frown and allowed Smilers to just go pour into the old level Frown. Frowners can claw out a Smiler and turn it into a Frowner as revenge for almost making them extinct. Entity 27, also known as Rattlers, are well-hidden creatures that roam around in the darkness of the Backrooms. It's said that no one has ever seen a Rattler and survived. If a Rattler's face is somehow observed, the observer who viewed its face will go insane and starts crying 45 seconds later. Rattlers are masters of striking from the darkness, and it's unknown if they even have a physical form. They'll just drag you into the darkness before you get a chance to turn around. Fortunately, they're characterized by the rattling sound they make, very similar to a rattlesnake. This is how you can know if a Rattler is nearby, so do not mistake it for anything else. It is for sure a Rattler. Rattlers come under Class 5 in Entity Hazard. That means they're pretty dangerous creatures. There's no doubt about it. Habitat: Level 206, Level 119, and potentially dark areas. Rattlers are predatory and enjoy messing with their prey. They will not kill you straight away, but will constantly make their rattling sound. This is purely to drive you mad. They also have unparalleled speed. Even if you were to run and never stop, you'd still hear their rattle. This is because they are moving at the same speed with you to make it seem like you're not moving at all. That's one of their tactics. There's only one way to escape a Rattler: run straight for a source of light. And no need to think about the Smilers and Frowners at this point. They're nothing in front of Rattlers. However, you do have a low chance of escaping. But if it works, you'll be safe. Now coming to the Smilers and Rattlers rivalry. It started when a Smiler attacked and killed the victim of a Rattler. This infuriated the Rattler, and it actually managed to drive the Smiler insane. The Smiler underwent drastic changes. It began frowning, its face began glitching, and it would constantly try to get away from the Rattler. The other Smilers ended up attacking and actually killing the Rattler. The Rattlers, being smart, made Smilers the #1 enemy of their kind. Rattlers will sometimes even go out of their way to torment a Smiler instead of a Wanderer. And it's still continuing. However, it's unknown if Rattlers have a rivalry with Frowners. How to deal with Rattlers? When you face a Rattler, try to focus on staying sane. The more you struggle, the more likely you'll lose the battle, because that'll just make the Rattler more and more entertained. If that doesn't work, then try to find a Smiler to distract it. Smilers and Rattlers will attack each other on sight, and you can get away for sure. If all these fails, then just run. Run until you find a source of light. The Smilers, also known as Entity 3, are one of the most dangerous entities residing in the Backrooms. Smilers are hostile entities, recognizable by their signature white glowing eyes and sharp teeth. These entities only appear in dark corners or doorways, hiding inside shadow, where the rest of their form is not visible. Smilers come under Class 4 in Entity Hazard. That means they're pretty dangerous creatures. So, by appearance, the teeth of a Smiler looks like they're arranged to that of a smile, while its eyes bend and contort in unrealistic ways. These features emit a glowing light from each of a smiler's visible features. The brightness of the light depends on the type of situation the smiler is in. The body of a smiler shows nothing but a black mass envelop the creature completely. It's unknown if this is the body of the smiler itself or a shadow that covers its actual body. The smiler adapts to its environments very quickly in dark levels. The size and facial features also vary heavily and adapt depending upon what level it resides in. Examples of this are in level 2 and 8, where smilers in level 2 are smaller to fit through the level's corridors. Smilers in level 8 are much larger to accommodate for the level's larger areas and to dominate other competitors. The documentation of its body is currently impossible, as smilers leave no trace of their existence when they die. It's rumored that they have non-human, alien-like bodies with arms and legs bent in unnatural ways, but this is unconfirmed. The MEG is currently trying to find out more about its biology at the moment. Sighting of this entity is most common in the backrooms, especially in dark areas on level 2 and level 3. Smilers are attracted to light, similar to death moths, and will chase anything they see with a light. They spend most of their time laying idle in their habitats or searching for a potential victim. Once a target is found, the smiler will stalk them for up to 9 months, following their movement patterns before attacking. They also inhabit other properties of an apex predator, charging up their attacks before lunging themselves at their targets. Smilers are an incredibly competitive species. If two smilers were to meet while stalking the same target, both smilers will divert their attention onto one another before furiously fighting for who is most worthy of their prey. The winner of this fight will return to stalking their target if it's still nearby. When you face a smiler, be very stealthy and fast if the smiler hasn't noticed you yet, making sure that you don't alert the entity. But if it's already been alerted, distracting it by throwing a light source at it would be great for an escape. The entity will only start to attack if you panic and retreat, or if a loud noise is made. Keep eye contact and move away slowly to ensure your survival. The Skin Giver, also known as Entity 177, is a creature which feeds on the innocent wanderers inside the backrooms. And as its name suggests, it literally means someone who gives its own skin to others. But sadly, that's for no good reason, though. It's one of the Entity 177's hunting techniques. They add layers of skin onto their victims to infect them. Now, tell me, does this creature remind you of any other entity in the backrooms? You guessed it right, the Skin Stealers. Skin Givers are somewhat opposite to the Skin Stealers. You can pretty much see the difference in the name itself. So before moving on, let's know a bit about the Skin Stealers first. Skin Stealers, also known as Entity 10. As their name suggests, they literally are skin stealers, who are large humanoid entities that steal people's skin and wear them as a disguise. They eat human flesh when in a hunger state, otherwise roam aimlessly if they do not need to eat. These creatures are tall and have white eyes. Their outer layer of flesh is covered with microscopic bumps, similar to the suckers of an octopus tentacle. These stick to skin that's torn off of humans and push and pull on it to make it fit until the skin stealer looks identical to a human. Yeah, that's gross, I know. After a period of around 24 hours, the skin will be digested through the surface of the skin stealer, and the skin stealer will enter a docile state. A skin stealer also has the ability to speak, but it cannot understand language. It will repeat what it hears in order to lure in prey, but it cannot actually communicate. The blood of a skin stealer is completely translucent, so a good way to identify a skin stealer from a normal person is by their blood. They're most commonly found on the first 4 levels, but have been reported in several other levels too. Now, coming back to the skin givers, by appearance, skin givers have a deep red tone with white sunken eyes. They have skeletal arms with hundreds of skin layers on the hand. Nobody knows where those come from. Skin givers tend to walk slowly, as the majority of the weight in their body comes from their fists. And while skin stealers are fast and extremely strong, skin givers are slow and methodical. They stalk their victims first before they attack. These entities have the ability to apply extra layers of skin to those who make physical contact with their fists, which are coated with several layers of skin. As soon as they touch the wanderer's skin, the skin will grow and wrap around the victim, which would then cause itching. The victim would also feel the heat getting generated to this real layer of skin. Once the contact is made, the skin giver will slowly chase the affected person. Unaware of what just happened, the wanderer might try to get back to its usual business, thinking it was just an accident and his skin's going to be healed. But little did he know that the infection has just begun. So as time passes, more and more layers of skin will grow on the victim, which again gonna generate more heat. And eventually, when the victim will not be able to take any more, he'll pass out due to heat exhaustion. And the moment the victim will go unconscious, it's now time for the skin giver to finish what it started. It would tear open the body of the victim, eat the flesh of the wanderer, and the remaining skin would be left behind to rot. This is how the skin giver hunts its victims. I know, that's pretty gross. Luckily, there's still a way to prevent this from happening. Of course, the only solution of everything inside the Backrooms is the almond water. Immediately after the first contact with the entity, if you dip the infected area in almond water and then scratch off the excess skin, you might get away with this. It will stop growing new skin after a few minutes. And that's not it. You should also flee from that place as soon as possible to prevent the entity from making any further contact. About the relationship of skin givers and skin stealers, we can't really say they're friends. In fact, kinda opposite of friends. Let me tell you why. When a skin stealer meets a skin giver, the skin stealer will take layers of skin from the skin giver and will use that to patch its own injury. Yep, looks like skin stealers are always staying loyal to their names. Their only job is to steal the skin. Be it an entity, who cares? However, this doesn't seem to negatively affect either of the entities. Coming to the discovery. The first incident came to light when a pile of dead skin was found on level 1, being eaten by a group of female death moths. The MEG sprung into action. A team was dispatched immediately to track this down, and the sample was sent for testing. Later, when the results came and the MEG learned about a possible entity like this could be living inside the Backrooms, a team named Quick Match was dispatched to kill the entity and run an autopsy back in Base Alpha. How to face a skin giver. Run away from the skin giver as soon as you spot one, before making any physical contact. As I've already mentioned, they're slow and can't come after you. But you do need to act quick. And unfortunately, if you couldn't run and the physical contact has already been made, the only option left now is to apply the almond water immediately and scratch off the extra skin layer. This should save your life. And here, what you should not do if you face a skin giver: don't run away after being touched by the skin giver, because in no time the infection will grow and you might faint from overheating. If possible, don't allow more than 3 layers of skin to grow. Keep scratching off as much as you can. Hopefully, that works. Entity 10, more commonly known as skin stealers, are large humanoid entities that can wear the skin of their victims as a disguise, hence the name skin stealers. They come under Class 5 in Entity Hazard, and their habitat is the majority of the levels, since they're easily found in most of the levels. When in a hunger state, their easy prey are the innocent wanderers because they're fond of human flesh and always look for it. And when not hungry, they usually just wander around here and there in the backrooms. Skin stealers are typically docile creatures. In this stage, they'll not be hostile unless you aggravate them. But as I mentioned, in a hunger state, they'll seek out humans wandering alone and will then use their strength to tear them apart with their hands. Yeah, they have impressive physical abilities that seem to compensate for their poor intelligence. By appearance, skin stealers are tall, pale, and yellow humanoids with sunken white eyes. Their outer layer of flesh has a shine and is covered with microscopic bumps, similar to the suckers of an octopus's tentacle. So when they catch their victim, these microscopic bumps stick to skin that's torn off humans and push and pull on it to make it fit, until the skin stealer looks identical to a human. These bumps also pump blood and nutrients into the skin to make it feel warm and alive, as well as prevent decomposition. You can say this is one of the very important features in a skin stealer. In addition, it heals the skin, hiding any cuts that may identify a real human. After a period of around 24 hours, the skin will be digested through the surface of the skin stealer, and the skin stealer will enter a docile state that will last until they get hungry again. This is a behavior which is typically found in animals. Unless they're not hungry, they neither bother their food nor look at them. It's good in a way, though, because if you come across a docile skin stealer, you might get away easily, since they would not be interested in you. They're most commonly found on the first 4 levels, but have been reported in other levels too. These two are one of those entities who are very easily found in the backrooms, like Smilers. So I think even these guys are also one of the old residents of the backrooms. And when humans found the backrooms and started exploring it, skin stealers never ran out of food since then. However, this makes me question, what were they eating before that? Other entities? If yes, then that would be pretty gross. What do you guys think? Comment below. Sightings of skin stealers have been reported over 5 years before the creation of the Meg. As some of the most populous entities in the backrooms, they're often one of the first entities new wanderers will encounter. Apart from their exceptional physical strength, they have one more interesting feature. They're known to mimic human speech, like Siren Head. However, they can't understand our language. The skin stealer will only repeat whatever it hears in different languages. This is one of its tactics to attack prey, and this is what makes them more dangerous. Even though they can't communicate, but can still mimic a human voice, which can easily fool a human wanderer. Since a typical skin stealer rarely uses its original voice, it's often hard to differentiate between a skin stealer and a human. So if you ever find yourself in a situation like this, there's still a way out. The blood of a skin stealer is completely translucent, so a good way to identify a skin stealer from a normal person is by their blood. There's also a poem on this. Blood runs red, they're not dead. Blood runs clear, get out of here. What should you do when you face a skin stealer? First thing first, walk away slowly and calmly if you see one. Doesn't matter if it's a docile skin stealer or not. They're still considered as dangerous. Why take the risk if the skin stealer hasn't noticed you yet? Secondly, as it's sometimes hard to recognize a skin stealer, if you sense something fishy with anyone who's traveling with you, check their blood, whether it's clear or not. It might be a skin stealer in disguise. Who knows? What you shouldn't do and save yourself from a skin stealer. Don't trust people that barely speak or say random assortments of words. This could be a sign that he's not understanding your language and most probably is a skin stealer. So unless you're too sure about someone, keep your guards on always. Apart from that, don't aggravate the skin stealer in its docile state. However, it's not always easy to know whether a skin stealer is really in a docile state. But if at all you spot one who is not showing any sign of attack and minding its own business, you could say that one is a docile skin stealer. So why on earth would you want to provoke it, unless you want to be its next prey? About the relationship of skin givers and skin stealers. If you don't already know what a skin giver is, it's the exact opposite of a skin stealer. Skin givers infect people by giving them the extra layer of skin it has. The skin will grow and wrap around the victim, which would then cause itching by eventually killing them. If you haven't already watched my video about skin givers, the link's in the description. Do check it out. So we can't really say skin givers and skin stealers are friends. In fact, kind of opposite of friends. Let me tell you why. When a skin stealer meets a skin giver, the skin stealer will take layers of skin from the skin giver and will use that to patch its own injury. Yep, looks like skin stealers are always staying loyal to their names. Their only job is to steal the skin. Be it an entity, who cares? However, this doesn't seem to negatively affect either of the entities. The Promised Land, formerly known as a mythical level of the Backrooms, until various expeditions confirmed its existence. If you enter it, you'll be in a building with 300 floors and 1,000 compartments of a limited 30 square meters each. The lights are all pink and can be deactivated on or off at any time. Behind the windows are curtains that are noticeable in the darkness. When it's the day, the curtains will vanish and a floor somehow made of clouds will come across. You can also find cloud trees here. And that's not it. Promised Land is also famous for one of its residents who were assumed to be all extinct. However, later came to light that some of them still live here. Yes, you guessed it right, the party poopers. Nobody knows how the party poopers got here, not even them. But they're found all around the level. I'll talk about them in a bit. For now, let's talk about the structure of the Promised Land, which consists of so many rooms. The first one is the bedrooms. These are compartments, each with 2 to 6 beds, each one of them possessing a limited PVC nightstand with a lamp and a large number of unspecified books. The living room. This is massive, at least 100 square meters, contains at least 3 sofas, 4 tables with several fruits, TVs in some of the living rooms. Kitchens. It possesses various types of kitchen utensils, pans, oven utensils, plates, knives, and all other assets essential to cooking and eating. Dining room. It resembles a normal dining room from the front rooms, containing a 5-meter-long pellicid table with 10 chairs. Lounge. This is a room where you can find bookshelves and a fridge with food that restocks every 1 hour. You can also find a high-end computer and a radio. It produces music, and anyone who listens to that music experiences extreme happiness. The shop. This is uncovered near the primary room of the Promised Land. It's an enormous mall complex where you can purchase anything for relatively tiny quantities of money. The outside. The outside isn't a room, but a location. It has pools, aqua parks, ice cream shops, cloud trees, green grass, and much more. The outside, furthermore, contains an extremely gorgeous panorama and terraces. Then comes the Promised Arcade, which is entirely built by the party poopers. You can find arcade games here. You can enjoy and find some party poopers playing with arcade machines. Most arcade machines have games that will bring a sense of relaxation and fun while playing arcade games. This is one of the bases of the party poopers. If you go too deep into the arcade, you can find a room with computers. The room is full of party poopers. There's also a shop here in the Promised Land, founded by the party poopers, known as the Arcade Shop, which sells items like beer, blueberry juice, bread, lettuce, and sausages. The most important thing they have is the Jar of Boredom. If you drink it, you will join the party poopers. There's also a nightclub here. The nightclub used to be a deserted area of the Promised Land until a faction of glowfolk renovated it. It's similar to level 150, except it's not endless. Bunches of almond water can be found in this room, along with the occasional neon water. The business room contains 2 subrooms, an office compartment and a conference compartment with office equipments in both. In this room, you can work on various objects. It's the central basis of wealth in the Promised Land. Coming to the origin. The initial observation of the Promised Land was found in level 0 during exploration by 2 people from the Backroom colonists. They found a ripped party-goer mask in one of the rooms and a sheet of paper with rather strange contents, containing the statement, "The last of us are here," followed by a presumed photo of the Promised Land. And shortly after this, the rumors of a heaven-like level spread across the Backrooms, and the Promised Land became famous. Let me introduce you to the new member of Level Fun, the Party Savers. Yes, a red party goer, but don't get fooled by thinking it is a party goer because it's not. First, there were yellow party goers. Then came the purple one, and now a red one too. I know it's getting out of hand now, but hear me out. You wouldn't regret knowing this new member of the Backrooms, because unlike party creators and party goers, party savers are the good entities. Yes, that's right. Finally, a savior in the backrooms after party poopers. In fact, their name itself indicate that they're here to save the wanderers. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Party savers at first glance may appear similar to party goers, but they're pretty distinguishable because of their bigger size, which is almost equal to party creators. And another major difference is their frowning face and the red color body, unlike their counterparts who bear a perpetual creepy smile on their face. Additionally, party savers are not covered with blood like party creators because they're not predators, but rather protectors. However, party savers' red skin appears to be a little stained with dirt, and that's because their job is not easy. They're tirelessly dedicated towards rescuing individuals from partygoers, and particularly from party creators. Furthermore, they stay hidden most of the time for a significant part of their mission, not due to an inability to overpower a party creator. In fact, they do it because they don't want blood in their hands, hence they're avoiding violence and sparing party creators' lives. Party savers are found in both Level Fun and Level Fun Plus. However, as they stay hidden, not many wanderers are aware of their presence. Party savers only appear if they see a dire necessity to save a wanderer who is in danger. They also save wanderers from falling into the trap of party goers and party creators. For example, if a wanderer stays long enough in Level Fun, party creator appears and escorts them to Level Fun Plus by luring them into having more fun. So, in a scenario like this, if a party saver appears before a party creator, they send the wanderer back to the level he came from. Or in some cases, they also have the power to send them to a safe level, like Level 37, the pool room, Level 154, the Neon Express, or Level After Party. That's how party savers save a wanderer. But there is one condition. The party saver need to appear before the party creator. If they fail to do so, and a party creator reaches the wanderer first, then party savers don't intervene. Reason being, party savers are non-violent creatures, hence they don't like to fight anyone, and they don't want to be spotted. So, can a party saver defeat a party creator? Yes, they definitely can. Due to the fact that party savers are the same size as party creators, they can fight off and easily defeat a party creator if they want to. However, they chose not to do so. Party savers' main habitat is the hidden areas of Level Fun Plus, where the party creators can't reach easily. Few documented interactions suggest that party savers are saving wanderers since a long time now, but we're learning about them just recently. Wanderer 1 said, "I was wandering for what felt like an eternity, feeling utterly hopeless, but then out of nowhere this kind figure appeared. It guided me, provided me with food and shelter, and gave me a sense of safety I hadn't felt in the backrooms." Wanderer 2 said, "I stumbled upon a room that seemed different from the rest, warm and inviting. There was a presence there, something that felt caring and protective. It helped me find my way back to a more familiar and safe level." It's sad that party savers often appear when wanderers are at their most vulnerable and in need of assistance. They offer guidance, share food and supplies, and help them navigate the labyrinth corridors of the backrooms. So, now the million-dollar question is, if party creators and party savers both reside in Level Fun Plus, and party savers don't even attack the party creators or kill them, then what's stopping the party creators to attack party savers? The reason they're not able to do it is because party savers have a secret base inside Level Fun Plus, where they hide most of the time. Neither party creators nor the party goers know about it. Within the enigmatic depths of the Backrooms, where the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur, there exists this secret base, an elusive sanctuary where party saver entities find refuge. The entrance to this hidden heaven is often concealed, tucked away. Those who stumble upon it may experience a sense of awe and trepidation as they approach the unassuming door. But they can't really see a door. The door could only be seen and opened by a party saver. The base itself is a marvel of design, with cozy alcoves, soft furnishings, and a soothing ambiance. Mysterious symbols and markings adorn the walls, hinting at the mystical origins of this sanctuary. Inside, the base is filled with food supplies like canned food, almond water, and energy bars. As per one wanderer, it was like stepping into another world. The base felt safe, like a refuge from the never-ending maze of the Backrooms. The entities welcomed me with open arms. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was as if the base existed to counter the darkness of the Backrooms. The humanoid creatures here helped me recover and find my way. They looked like partygoers, but the difference is they were good to me. This base reminds us of the Party Poopers base in Level 52, known as the Boredom Room. Even they used to do the same for the Wanderers, saving them and giving them refuge inside the Boredom Room. So, coming back to party creators, party savers are not willing to disclose their base or compromise it in any way. That's the only reason they're not messing with party creators. As long as they're inside their secret base, they can still help the Wanderers and save them from party creators. But if situation occurs, or somehow party creators find out about this base, party savers would not hesitate to fight them and save the Wanderers. I guess that would be a really interesting fight, though. What do you guys think? Should party savers fight the party creators, or should they stay hidden forever? Party Queen, the goddess of Level Fun Plus 2, a seemingly endless golden castle. Since this level already had a party king, you all requested for a party queen too. So here you go. This is my take on Party Queen, a fan-made entity of the Backrooms. Party Queen, who also goes by the name La Reina, is a green partygoer, but that's not a real appearance. She can shapeshift. Her look is much more sinister than just a partygoer. I'll talk about that in a bit. But before we move on, thank you so much, guys, for suggesting your amazing fan-made entity ideas. They all are interesting. Love you all. So, Party Queen is known for her dark powers that granted her dominion over her realm. She resides in Level Fun Plus 2. However, she can travel to any other level in the Backrooms. Even though Party Queen resides in the same level as Party King, she still maintains a separate realm inside the palace where even Party King is not allowed without her permission. This segment is the part of the Golden Palace itself, but the difference is it's abandoned and decayed. It's not like the magnificent Golden Corridor, in fact, more like a deserted place. The shiny gold walls are just a facade to lure aimless wanderers inside. It's just the frontal part of the palace. The actual palace is hidden inside, which is old with cracked stone walls, broken windows, and empty frames. It holds intricate carvings that time has nearly erased. Vines and weeds have conquered the stone walls. The gardens are overgrown with abandoned fountains, and statues can be seen. The water on the fountain could have been almond water, but refrain from drinking it, as it could be poison too. So, by appearance, Party Queen looks like a green partygoer with a torn cloth wrapped around her neck. She has the most sinister smile any partygoer could ever have. She's about the same size as Party King, but her malevolent presence could send shivers down the spines of those who dared to meet her gaze. Party Queen possesses the remarkable ability to shapeshift, often taking the guise of a partygoer to seamlessly blend into level fun. She can also change her color. Her true appearance is still a mystery. Few sightings are documented but not confirmed. It's the rumors, which is doing rounds in the backrooms, that when she's not disguising as a partygoer, she takes the form of a dark, thick smoke with two glowing white eyes, somewhat like a smiler. As for her age, it's rumored that Party Queen is one of the most ancient beings within the enigmatic backrooms, who is as old as the backrooms itself. Party Queen is no ordinary queen. She's known for having multiple dark powers, which even Party King doesn't have. And she's not someone who can be found easily. While Party King is seen sitting in his throne the moment you enter the palace, there wouldn't be any trace of Party Queen since she always stays hidden. Few theories even suggest that the darkness from which Party King has emerged is none other than the Party Queen herself. Party Queen also takes the form of Wanderer, sometimes to lure her prey. If Wanderers chase after her, sometime later they lose the sight of her. These unfortunate souls who found themselves lost in this palace were never seen again. Long back, when there was only the Party Queen in the palace, a few conscious wanderers embarked on an unsafe journey to uncover the secrets of the castle and the mystery that dwelled within. They were completely unaware of the fact that a malicious entity is living inside. As the wanderers ventured deeper into the castle, they felt the heavy presence of this entity. The walls appeared to murmur with ill intent, and unseen forces urged them onward into the castle's inevitable grip. In their quest for knowledge, the explorers discovered an ancient prophecy, one that foretold the existence of a relic, a key that could unlock the entity's true name and reveal its ultimate weakness. The relic was said to be hidden deep within the castle, a key to unlocking the formless entity's true identity. As they neared their destination, a shocking revelation unfolded. One of the wanderers attacking the group, who was none other than the Party Queen herself. She was disguised as one of them since the beginning. As she had taken the form of a wanderer, nobody suspected a thing. She transformed into her shapeless, smoky form and gulped the entire group into her darkness, leaving the lifeless bodies on the floor. One interesting fact about Party Queen is that even being this powerful, she doesn't necessarily control any party goer or party creator, because she doesn't need to. She can simply assume the desired form and venture into any level at will. But when it comes to Party King, he controls both party goers and party creators with whom he can connect telepathically. So Party King is well aware of everything what happens in Level Fun and Level Fun Plus. Till date, it's believed that party creators are the one who orders party goers to lure wanderers into Level Fun Plus. But now it's revealed that even party creators are operating under the dominion of Party King. They act on its command, revealing the extent of Party King's power and influence. Party King doesn't kill anyone to satisfy its hunger. It kills them for fun. It derives pleasure from ending lives and possesses the ability to extract and absorb the souls of its victims, further augmenting its unfathomable power. And so does Party Queen. Now, about the entrances. Apart from defeating a party creator in Level Fun Plus, there are few more entrances. No clipping from level After Party will bring you here. Following a green firefly in level 217 for hours will lead one to this level, and sometime random no clipping can bring you here. About the outpost, looking at the unfeasible nature of this level, there are no outposts here, and doesn't look like there will be ever one, as long as Party Queen is here. Within this sinister underworld, the Queen's presence is felt everywhere, her malevolence pervading every nook and cranny. The walls of the Backrooms are adorned with cursed symbols and signs, which served as both her protection and a warning to any who dared to trespass in her domain. So my suggestion would be to stay away from this level. Party King, the god of level Fun Plus, a creature of unparalleled power, a being whose very existence defies the limits of imagination. I know we already have party creators, but since the Backrooms continues to evolve, revealing new entities and levels on a daily basis, how can level Fun be excluded? But before we move on, let's give a shout out to Carl Kelly for this fan-made entity idea. So, Party King looks like a white partygoer, but its power far surpasses that of any partygoer. In fact, it's the king of level Fun who controls both party creators and partygoers. And it resides in level Fun plus 2, which is again a sub-level that's connected to both level Fun and level Fun Plus. In terms of physical appearance, Party King is a humanoid figure with a baggy white body and wears a party crown. And like party creators and party goers, Party King also wears a sinister smiley face with blood dripping from its mouth. Its white body is also drenched in blood, a gruesome testament to its countless victims. And when I say victims, they're not only the aimless wanderers, because Party King is also capable of killing party goers and sometimes even party creators. Yeah, you heard me. Hence, even party creators are scared of Party King. Level Fun plus 2 is quite different than the standard level Fun with yellow walls and carpets. Instead, it unfolds like a magnificent golden corridor plucked from the pages of a fairy tale. Yet, do not be misled by its regal appearance. Most of this level is covered in darkness. The walls glisten with a radiant, rich gold. The air within is heavy with unnatural silence. The ceiling above mirrors this brilliance, creating an illusion of endless opulence. As you step further into the hallway, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. The golden expanse stretches out before you. In the heart of this regal passageway, a magnificent throne is placed, crafted from the same gold material as the walls, and this is where you can find the Party King. But do not be deceived by this facade. This is just a show. Even though this level gives a sense of safety, it's still a dead zone, and Party King is no savior. In fact, quite the opposite. Your odds of survival here are almost near to zero. Moreover, it's not even easy to get into this level. You have to survive level Fun Plus and defeat a party creator in order to reach this level, which is almost impossible. And since this level is recently discovered, it comes under class Undetermined in survival difficulty, which means it has mysterious properties, unknown information, and undocumented entities. Party King is same in height as party creators. However, it's much more powerful than them. Since it's the king of level Fun, Party King is positioned above every other entity, including Party Saver. Regarding the enigmatic origins of Party King, various theories have surfaced to shed light on its mysterious ascent. One prevailing theory suggests that Party King was once a party creator before being evolved to become the Party King, as they share striking similarities, such as their identical height. Also, Party King wears a party crown, while Party Creator wears a party hat. There is one more theory which says Party King emerged from the very darkness of level Fun Plus 2. Since this is a secret level, which is hidden and not yet contaminated by other entities and wanderers, the likelihood of a party creator visiting this level and evolving into a Party King is slim. So, Party King must be a level exclusive entity which was born to rule here and the other levels of level Fun. One more interesting factor about this level is if you touch anything which is gold, then you'll turn into gold. It's a warning if one ever find themselves in this realm. So if you ever come to this level, don't touch anything. And if possible, please don't visit this level at all. Forget about wanderers coming here. This level is not even safe for entities. Party King is a really sinister entity, hence it won't spare anyone. The only motive of Party King is to kill anyone who's visiting this level. Furthermore, Party King is guarded by an entity known as Party Clown. Comment below if you want me to make a video about it. And as I've already mentioned, Party King can control both party goers and party creators whom it can connect telepathically. So Party King is well aware of everything what happens in level Fun and level Fun Plus. Till date, it's believed that party creators are the one who orders party goers to lure wanderers into level Fun Plus. But now it's revealed that even party creators are operating under the dominion of Party King. They act on its command, revealing the extent of Party King's power and influence. Party King doesn't kill anyone to satisfy its hunger, it kills them for fun. It derives pleasure from ending lives and possesses the ability to extract and absorb the souls of its victims, further augmenting its unfathomable power. Now, about the entrances. Apart from defeating a party creator in level Fun Plus, there are few more entrances. No clipping from level After Party will bring you here. Following a green firefly in level 217 for hours will lead one to this level, and sometimes random no clipping can bring you here. A recovered transcript from an explorer upon arrival in the Golden Palace said, "I was wandering through the boundless expanse of water in level 7 when, in an instant, I found myself no-clipped and thrust into this opulent place. At first, I was beyond happy seeing where I had landed. However, I realized very soon that I'm facing my death, who's sitting right in front of me in a throne. The creature has a palpable and unsettling presence, a sinister energy that radiates from its very being, and you'll be automatically drawn to it like a moth getting drawn towards light, and you'll enter a trance state before your soul is completely drained from your body. I think this itself is enough to imagine how deadly Party King and level Fun Plus 2 are. And about the exits, there are none. Even the party creator cannot break free from Party King. How can an explorer will? To this day, the origins of this evil white entity remain a chilling mystery, hidden within the depths of the Backrooms' ever-expanding lore. Meet Party Helper, one of the good entities of the Backrooms. Yes, it's a blue party goer, but don't let that fool you. They're among the good guys, unlike the infamous party goers. And I guarantee you won't regret knowing this new entity. As their name suggests, party helpers are here to help. They assist the wanderers and other good entities inside the Backrooms, So without further ado, let's get right into it. At a quick glance, party helpers might be mistaken for party goers or party creator. But on a closer look, you can identify that they're a lot different from each other. For example, party helpers' frowning face instead of a perpetual creepy smile face like a partygoer. And there's a reason behind that frown. I'll talk about that in a bit. So, by appearance, party helpers are vibrant blue color entities and about the same size as partygoer. Party helper body is also stained with blood, but this is not the blood of their victims, as they're not killer. Rather, they get blood on them while fighting to protect and save others. They reside in level After Party, but can also be seen in both level Fun and level Fun Plus. What makes them truly exceptional is their ability to no-clip effortlessly, traversing through various levels of the Backrooms. The origin of the Party Helper is dated back to September 2020, when the events of the Fun War took place in level 52. As we all know, party poopers were abolished completely from this level by party goers as they declared their victory that day. The worst part is, party goers didn't really have any reason to commit such a horrible act, except for just fun. But you can't really extinct a species from Backrooms just for fun, right? And that didn't sit right with one of the partygoers. This realization struck a chord within him, leading to an unexpected transformation. He had a profound change of heart after the Fun War, and the once notorious partygoer became soft. Haunted by the gore and chaos witnessed during the Fun War, the sinister smile that once adorned his face dissolved into a perpetual frown. And it's maintained that even till date. The once dirty yellow hue shifted to a vibrant blue. The reason for this is unknown, but I think Party Helper didn't want to carry anything from its past life. It just wanted to look different from the original partygoers. On that day, the Party Helper not only adopted a new appearance, but also took a solemn pledge, promising to restore its smile only when all party poopers returned to their original base. Regrettably, this vow remains unfulfilled, as the base is now occupied by the formidable Party Destroyer, while party poopers have found refuge in the Promised Land. So, party helpers are now residing in level After Party, considering it a safe level. It doesn't have any entities until now. The After Party appears to be an abandoned series of party rooms with popped balloons, deflated balloons, and birthday cakes found all around this level. There has been no concrete proof of any outposts existing within the level, hence this is the current base of the party helpers. They save wanderers and bring them to this level, away from party goers and other party entities. And once they're recovered, they're given options to either stay in the safety of this level or to be escorted back to other secure levels like level 37, the pool room, level 10, the bumper crop, or level 100, the soundless solitude. Despite the noble nature of their mission, party helpers find themselves marked by a complex history. Knowing the fact that party helper was once a party goer, they are perceived as betrayers by their former kind. Hence, they're attacked time to time by partygoers. What are your thoughts on that? Do you also see Party Helper as a betrayer? Comment below. So, when it comes to power, Party Helper possesses all the abilities that a partygoer has. It can no-clip, has extraordinary strength, and can give a tough fight to most of the entities of the Backrooms. Party Helper also tries to convince other partygoers to join them, but we all know that's never going to happen. Now, does this remind you of a similar looking entity that I covered recently? Yes, the Party Savers. Party Helper has also tried to join the base of Party Savers. However, they didn't accept the proposal. The skepticism stemmed from the fear that party goers might be setting some deceitful trap through Party Helper's proposal, a risk Party Savers were not willing to take. That's the reason they had a bit of clash with Party Savers. This discord led to a parting of ways, each entity pursuing its own distinct path. In response to this, Party Helper created its own team marked by a fundamental difference in approach compared to Party Savers. And unlike Party Saver, Party Helper does help the Wanderers in any circumstances. For example, when a Party Saver is saving a Wanderer, the Party Saver need to appear before the Party Creator. If they fail to do so, and a Party Creator reaches the Wanderer first, then Party Savers don't intervene. Reason being, Party Savers are non-violent creatures, hence they don't like to fight anyone. However, that's not the case with Party Helpers. They save the Wanderers anyway, even if they had to fight hundreds of Party Creators or Party Goers. It's always a tough fight in situations like this, and many a time, a Party Helper loses its life, but they're ready to pay that price to save others' lives. That's the dedication level of a Party Helper. They're trying to do a bit of good, even if they had to choose the path of violence. So, can a Party Helper defeat a Party Creator? Maybe yes. But in a fight of Party Helper and Party Creator, most of the time it's Party Creator who wins. But when it comes to Party Goer and Party Helper, the Party Helper always wins. Reason being, a Party Helper was a Party Goer once. It's well aware of their tactics and traps. Hence, it can give a tough fight to a Party Goer. So to conclude, I can say Party Helpers are staying loyal to their title, unlike Party Savers who keep conditions. The evil Party Pooper, a malevolent entity often referred to as the Party Destroyer, is a replica of the Party Poopers, but presents a complete contrast to the kind-hearted Party Poopers in terms of color and nature. Party Poopers were humanitarian, but Party Destroyers are self-centered and hateful. They aren't your friends, unlike Party Poopers. Party Destroyers, as their name suggests, are known to destroy everything that comes in their way, be it as a wanderer or an entity. They show no mercy. This raises a lot of questions now. For example, where did this entity come from? Why do they bear a striking resemblance to Party Poopers? And why are they so evil? All these questions will be unraveled in this video. But before we move on, thank you so much, guys, for suggesting your amazing fan-made entity ideas. They all are interesting. Love you all. Now, coming back to Party Destroyer, contrary to its nature, the origin story of this entity is rather sad because they were not always this evil being. Their transformation is the result of their circumstances. So, Party Destroyers, by appearance, look like a Party Pooper, but instead of a blue mask, they wear a red one to hide their face. Besides, they're seen wearing a dark-colored hoodie, jeans, and black sneakers. One more prominent feature which set them apart from original Party Poopers is their wide smile. It undeniably evokes a profound sense of fear among the Wanderers, knowing their intent is pure evil. Now, about the origin story of the Party Destroyers. Party Destroyers act as a cult. Each member of this group is driven by the same goal and motive, and they speak only one language: destruction. This group was formed after the first Fun War in Level 52, where the party poopers went extinct. While recent updates indicate that most of the remaining party poopers fled Level 52 in the aftermath of the conflict and sought refuge in the Promised Land, one injured party pooper didn't manage to reach safety. He is now the leader of the Party Destroyers and the founder of this group. Yes, you heard that right. The leader of the Party Destroyers group is a party pooper. The bloodshed in the Fun War, his fellow party poopers dying, and the cruelty which happened that day in Level 52. He's seen it all. It took out all the humanity in him, leaving an indelible mark on his soul and a transformation that would shape him. Fueled by anger, he made an unwavering commitment that very day, a solemn pledge to seek revenge on both party-goers and wanderers for their role in enabling the party-goers' triumph in the Fun War. Doesn't it make sense now why party destroyers are hateful? What do you think? Is this fair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As we all know, after the Fun War, Level 52 was deserted, and the base of the Party Pooper, which was once known as the Boredom Room, is now empty. On the board it says, "The war is now over." However, this proclamation is merely a rumor circulated with a specific aim to stop partygoers from revisiting Level 52 in search of the party poopers. In reality, it was never empty. In fact, it's still acting as the base. But instead of party poopers, now party destroyers live there. They use the laptops, internet, and food supplies left behind by the party poopers. When the injured party pooper was left out of the group, he stayed hidden for some time in case any party goer returns to check on them. As soon as he felt secure, he sought refuge within the concealed base, where he used the leftover supplies and first aid to heal its injuries. Once he recovered, he started forming a group which included other party poopers and wanderers who share a similar motive and are ready to take revenge against the partygoers. They were trained for months in Level 52. The original party poopers were never armed, as they were non-violent beings. However, party destroyers chose to fully arm themselves with guns and grenades. And finally, the party destroyers cult was ready to bring havoc over the partygoers. They all wore a similar design hoodie, black shoes, and a red mask, which is the symbol of their anger. How do the party destroyers carry out their mission? The party destroyers traverse from one level to another, diligently seeking out wanderers they suspect of involvement in the Fun War, specifically targeting those who have taken the lives of party poopers. They're not after all the innocent wanderers, but they're definitely after all the partygoers. Because obviously, no partygoer is innocent. And besides, party destroyers showed no hesitation to kill any entity or wanderer who come in the way of their mission. If anyone tries to stop them, they don't give a second thought before killing them on the spot. Innocent or not, they don't care. As I've already mentioned, party destroyers don't have mercy. They just destroy. However, it's not that easy also to kill a partygoer, because party destroyers are just armed forces. They lack special powers. Hence, they set intricate traps to target partygoers. This strategy is effective when successful, but in the process, many party destroyers lose their own lives too. Because if a partygoer is not killed by the trap, then it eventually kills all the party destroyers who are involved. Party destroyers often travel to Level Fun, which is the nest of the partygoers resulting in losses on both sides. And party destroyers are not going to stop until they kill every last party goer within level fun, which itself is a very big task. So this is an unending conflict between the party destroyers and the party goers. Now, an important question arises. Is the path chosen by the party destroyers justified? Of course not, as violence can never be the ultimate solution. But let's face it, what happened to party poopers in the fun war was unfair too. Party goers shouldn't had to kill them all. It's challenging to think rationally in the aftermath of such a catastrophic event when your entire civilization is abolished. However, it remains a fact that the actions of the party destroyers are ethically questionable. There may have been some other way. Revenge is not always the solution. What do you guys think? Is it fair what the party destroyers are doing? Comment below. Party Clown, an incredibly intriguing character who lurks in the enigmatic realm of level Fun +2, an eerie and unsettling being who's the combination of both fascination and death. Party Clown is often adorned in a flamboyant and gaudy attire, which heavily contrasts its surrounding. Party Clown is the soldier of level Fun +2 who guards the Party King, the god of this level. But before we move on, let's give a shout out to Carl Kelly for this fan-made entity idea. In terms of physical appearance, Party Clown is an orange party goer. Its face is adorned with a pale, ghostly complexion with exaggerated clown makeup that creates a grin that seems frozen in a sadistic, perpetual smile. The eyes of the clown are deep, dark pits, as if devoid of any emotion or humanity. These eyes reflect an unfathomable malevolence. It wears oversized shoes, colorful patched clothing, and mismatched accessories contribute to its eccentric and disordered appearance. It's also seen wearing a hat sometimes. Party Clown's laughter is chilling and haunting. Can send shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. And if you hear it for more than a minute, your ears will burst, eventually leading to a slow and painful death. Facing a party clown means facing your death. Obviously, because the entity they're guarding is the Angel of Death, a reflection of both light and darkness. Of course, I'm talking about Party King, the enigmatic creature who's hidden away in a shadowy palace, waiting for those who dare to seek it. As I've already mentioned, Party Clown is the soldier of level Fun +2, who strike fear into the hearts of those who cross their path. Its role as guardian of Party King inside this level is shrouded in both curiosity and mystery. However, there are a few undocumented theories which sheds light into the origin story of this entity. To understand that, we must journey back to a different era, which was outside Backroom. There was a town once where a traveling circus was set up. Among the performers was a talented clown by the name of Victor. Victor was renowned for his skills, his boundless energy, and his ability to bring laughter and joy to people of all ages. With his painted face, vibrant costume, and oversized shoes, he was a beloved figure in the circus world. Audiences would gather only to watch his performances. However, behind that painted smile and the flamboyant costume, Victor harbored desires and ambitions that transcended the simple joy of the circus. The applause and admiration of the crowd were no longer enough to satisfy his yearning for recognition and power. He believed that there was something more, something beyond the circus that could grant him the recognition he's so desperately seeking. And one fateful night, when the circus was settled in a remote town, Victor came across a mysterious mask, adorned with symbols and ancient letters. Rumors abounded that the mask possessed the power to grant the deepest desires of those who wear it, but at a price known only to the mask itself. Comment below if you want to wear it too. Anyway, Victor decided to wear the mask, believing it to be the key to his desires. As he wore the mask, a profound transformation overtook him, both physically and spiritually. He's transported from the vibrant and colorful circus tent to the monotonous, oppressive world of the Backrooms, a realm where the laws of reality ceased to apply. The transition was swift and unsettling. His once jovial, clownish appearance became distorted. His painted grin froze into a sinister and eternal smile. The vibrant costume he once wore took a mournful, dull look. The mask did fulfill his deepest desire. However, it came at a terrible cost. He had become bound to the Backrooms, an interdimensional space, never to return to the world he once knew. So, he accepted his fate, and slowly the Backrooms turned him into an evil being who roamed ceaselessly inside the Backrooms. His eerie laughter echoed through the infinite corridors. The wanderers who have encountered him describe him as a nightmarish and disorienting experience, their perceptions of reality altered by their encounter with this eerie entity. They nearly escaped their death. The mask, with its promises and curses, had forever bound Victor inside this newborn entity. And in the seamless realm of the Backrooms, a legend was born, a symbol of the uncanny and the surreal. As centuries passed, he continued to wander the Backrooms, still searching for a purpose, and stumbled upon Level Fun +2, as if the level was calling him. As he approached it, it unfolded like a magnificent golden corridor plucked from the pages of a fairy tale. The walls glisten with a radiant, rich gold, casting a warm feeling. The air within is heavy with an unnatural silence. As he stepped further into the hallway, he sensed the presence of a being, a creature of unparalleled power, the Party King, sitting on the throne, which is placed in the heart of this regal passageway. He was delighted, as if he finally found his purpose. Party Clown's telepathic connection likely drew it to Level Fun +2, where Party King required a guardian. And who could play the role better than the Party Clown? As Party Clown became a part of Level Fun, its appearance changed further. It took on the guise of a party goer with a distinct clown-like makeover, and its once white complexion shifted to a vivid shade of orange. Regarding Party Clown's abilities, we're still in the process of comprehending its strength compared to party goers and party creators. However, for wanderers, Party Clown possesses a unique power: its malevolent laughter. Prolonged exposure to this sinister laughter, lasting more than a minute, can induce severe ear bleeds and ultimately lead to death. Besides, its power increased after it was exposed to the surrounding of Level Fun. Even though Party Clown is now residing in Level Fun +2, it occasionally roams other levels too, including Level Fun and Level Fun Plus. So if you come across one, my suggestion will be to run and hide somewhere as soon as you can. Because if it catches you, consider yourself dead. This is a story that encouraged reflection on the choices one made in life, the yearning for power, and the unforeseen consequences that might follow. Party Clown entity in the Backrooms would be a forever reminder that the pursuit of one's desires could lead to a realm of eternal darkness and uncertainty.